10 things you missed from the Friendship trailer. As Lo pulls alone from a mirror at the start of the trailer, we see a dark shadow flying into the back of it, which seems to originate from this statue. The statue looks like a victim of Monster Baby, who turned all the residents of the necropolis to stone. The raven on its head makes him all the more ominous. The trailer is edited in a way that deliberately confuses the viewer. This is an entirely different furnace to the one in the previous shot. The first furnace has a temperature meter, whereas the second furnace with the gnome doesn't. I think the reason the camera is angled up like this is so that we can't see the gnome's shadows, which if you played the Hideaway DLC for Little Nightmares 1, you'll know how significant this is. The monster in this tent appears to be using an old typewriter, and judging by the way Lo and Alone are sneaking past, I'd say you can only move when he's typing, until he stops to think. This clock looks like it could be the biggest puzzle in the entire Little Nightmares series so far. I'm hoping this chapter is almost like a Zelda dungeon, with this clock at the center, and you having to collect keys and defeat enemies until you eventually can activate the clock and use it to escape. We get another look at the hand creature. Now each monster reflects its environment in a way. This one feels a bit random, so maybe it represents the fear of workplace accidents in factories. Entire limbs that have been severed by machinery, as this part of the game is called the Gloomy Factory. The trailer ends with a shot of Lo waking up in a room filled with suitcases. Perhaps one of these suitcases is the one Six found herself in at the beginning of the original game. This location is very reminiscent of the shower room in Little Nightmares 1. If you look closely, there's even a shower head on the floor. Monster Baby is very far away in this shot. Either we're witnessing the start of the game, or this darker version of the necropolis takes place later in the chapter, where we encounter a new, far more terrifying creature after escaping Monster Baby. You might have noticed the Supermassive Games logo, as opposed to Tarsier Studios, who left the series in February 2021 to quote, create new IPs and explore new worlds.